You watching me shoot the pod, bud? Yeah. Jasper's such a good boy, dude. He's the man with the plan. German short hair pointer type deal. Welcome in the jar. We're a friendly face is not far. And sit your ass down because we on episode 20. Let's get it. So today I saw some interesting stuff on the Instagrams this week. Let's see what we came up with. Okay, first deal. It's on here. So we're going to get a little more, I don't want to say metaphysical. That's not the right term. We're going to talk less philosophy this week. I might go into the email inbox. We'll see. And go heavy on physical recovery. A little bit of, this page is really great. Quality of life. I don't know. I just followed them, but they post some good stuff similar to Neurohacker, which we show on here all the time. But it says here, passive heat exposure in saunas is linked to skeletal muscle metabolism and mitochondrial function. And I sent myself the supporting articles for these. So it says heat in the caption here. It says heat can also trigger beneficial biological responses. Heat acts as a mild stress signal, triggering cell responses that promote adaptation. I feel like that goes beyond physical. When your body's able to be resilient, I feel like the mind follows. Same with the soul. You put it through some hard stuff and you get rewarded here. Let's see which, and I might be too dumb to differentiate which article is about what. Okay, that's the next one. And then, no, we don't want that. Let's see. Neurohacker and quality of life might be tied together. Okay, and we're live reading this. So you're going to learn, you guys are going to learn with me. Okay, mitochondria, I learned this in 6th grade. Don't remember much. Mitochondria are cellular organelles with vital roles in the cellular function and physiology of most living organisms. Among mitochondria's many functions, one stands out because of how particularly indispensable it is. Mitochondria are responsible for the conversion of energy extracted from foods into cellular energy, a process known as energy metabolism. Cellular energy takes the form of a molecule called adenosine triphosphate, ATP, often described as the energy currency of the cell. So I know adenosine gets released in your, I mean, obviously triphosphate is different than regular old adenosine. But what I know about adenosine is that your body starts releasing it in accordance with your circadian rhythm. So as you progress throughout your day, your body, based on sunlight, based on when you go to bed, when you wake up, all these different factors that go into your circadian rhythm, over the course of the day, your body recognizes that we're getting closer and closer to sleep, and so it starts to release adenosine. Depending on how rested you are, there might still be adenosine left over in your body when you wake up. In fact, most of this is just me talking out of my ass. I don't know anything. But what I do think I know about this is that sometimes you can wake up with leftover adenosine most of the times. And most people, they pop right out of bed and they drink coffee right out of bed. And what caffeine does is caffeine is an adenosine suppressor. So it'll push down the effects of the adenosine for a certain period of time. The caffeine wears off, and then you're left with all of that leftover adenosine when you first woke up that you still got to deal with. That's what's responsible for that 3 p.m. crash. I used to experience it a lot when I was working at the Yotes. Every day, around 2 or 3, we'd go out in Westgate and Glendale and get some type of lunch that would contribute to the slumping as well. But by 3 p.m., man, I most times I was tapped, and I didn't really know how to hone my focus that well back then. So it all plays a factor. So ATP is an energy-rich molecule that releases a large amount of energy when its chemical bonds are broken. This energy powers all the cellular processes that require energy input, including the synthesis of macromolecules such as DNA and proteins. So mitochondria regulate cell survival and cell death pathways and redox homeostasis. That's the balance between oxidant and antioxidant processes. Okay, so how does, let's see how heat. Healthy diet's a good way to support your mitochondrial health. They mentioned berries a lot. Exercise requires great amounts of ATP to power muscle contraction. The huge expenditure of ATP reduces its availability in cells, which activates energy sensors that stimulate adaptive metabolic stress. Okay, so that's AMP. AMP activated. These are some big ass words, y'all. So let's get to the point of this, Heat exposure. So back to the slide. During intense exercise, muscle temperature increases. This heat stress may contribute to the beneficial actions of exercise of mitochondria by promoting adaptive stress responses. Low levels of heat stress applied passively to skeletal muscle, i.e. without muscle contraction, so heating the muscles up without actually contracting them, have been shown to stimulate increases in mitochondrial enzyme content and respiratory capacity. So that explains why minute 18, minute 19 in the sauna, your heart starts banging. I know when I have AirPods in the sauna that we're getting around minute 18, minute 19 when I start feeling my heart beat against my AirPod in my ear. Okay, so therefore passive heat exposure in saunas or through immersion in hot water may support skeletal muscle metabolism and mitochondrial function. One study in humans showed that a single session of whole body heating using a water perfused suit, which raised internal muscle temperature to 39 degrees Celsius, increased signaling for mitochondrial biogenesis. Don't know what that is. We'll wrap this article up. Cold exposure, similar to heat, cold exposure can promote adaptive stress responses. The body likes being resilient. The mind likes being resilient. There's something, even in like stories and storytelling, everybody loves a good story of a guy who was down, beaten up, and he comes back and does something great. I think our bodies kind of mirror that reality, that in order to reach heights, you got to kind of go through lows. And you experience it every day in the cold plunge because you get in there for 3 minutes. It sucks. You dunk your head. You barely got breath. And you got to freaking hyperventilate for the first 5 seconds. Some people hyperventilate longer. I think experience is a factor with that. And then even when you get your breath, especially lately, personally, I've been finding myself being like, damn, man, this is a long 3 minutes. Shit, it's fucking cold. I don't like this. And you're kind of in this like low, I guess you could say. And that deficit in dopamine, I guess you could call it. Maybe that's the wrong way to say it, but that deficit makes way for an equal upward reaction. And it's kind of, I'm probably explaining it shittily, but you get rewarded for going through a little bit of controlled, I don't want to say pain, but suffering. Yeah. Okay. That's enough for that. Next deal. Okay. I thought this was interesting. A 2023 study found that individuals who live closer to the coast or visit it regularly report better mental health. So let's go back. I can explore my tabs in Chrome on the trap phone. I clicked out of it. Nature.com is the source here. So the reason this caught my attention is because when I go down, my folks got a place in Jupiter, Florida, South Florida, about hour and a half north of Miami. It's a beautiful little town. We've been going there since I was a kid. And the last time I went there, it was over Christmas. It was about 5 days. And every morning, the first thing I do when I get up is ride over to the water, get in the ocean, and just walk around and get some sun on the pecs, sun on the tits. And the way it made me feel is indescribable. It's like, and I sound hippy dippy, but when I go out in the ocean, I feel like I absorb a bit of its energy, just a little bit. You feel the force of the waves, and and the fact that it's totally self-sustaining, and that the water could exist without the waves, but the waves couldn't exist without the water. Maybe I had a little too much cannabis. Okay, abstract. So societies value the marine environment for its health-promoting potential. Okay, so this study used cross-sectional secondary data from the seas, ocean, and public health in Europe, which is acronymed SOPHI, and Australia, which is SOPHIA. They surveyed people to investigate relationships with self-reported home, coastal proximity, and coastal visits with self-reported general health. Okay, so this is a big-ass case study. So we're reading in real time. We're going to have to distill as we go. Okay, descriptive statistics for self-reported general health depending on A, self-reported home coastal proximity, and B, self-reported coastal visits are listed in the notes. Okay, so they investigated whether living nearer to the coast and visiting it more often predict better self-reported general health and whether these relationships generalize across countries. Okay, so let's get into the meat of it, why don't we? Individuals who visit the coast at least once a week are 2.60 and 1.36 times more likely to report very good, so that's 12.4% who reported that, or good, 47.8%, health than those who never visited. Very good is 4.8 and good is 35. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. In all countries except Italy, there's at least strong evidence for a positive relationship between coastal visits and self-reported health. You okay, bud? Come here, buddy. Come here. You gonna be all right. We gonna eat in a little bit. He's hungry. We're working overtime today. You gonna be all right. Come here. Listen to me. Come here. Jasper. Yeah. Hey, get in the chair. Get in the chair. Get in the chair. Yeah, get in. Or you can come up. You can come up with Daddy. Come here. Come here. You are being difficult. Difficult boy. It's okay. You'll be all right. We just got a little. Well, we got some show ahead of us, but you're gonna be all right. Yeah. You good boy. You good boy. I'm watching the shoot. Okay. Last I guess you could call it neuroscience oriented deal. Heavy prolonged consumption of high dopamine substances and environments eventually lead to a dopamine deficit state. So just like with the cold water that we talked about, if you spend too much time with that dopamine flowing through, you're going to eventually have to pay for it. Yeah, this isn't the article I had. Okay. We're living in a time of unprecedented access to high reward, high dopamine stimuli, and it's come at a great cost to our mind, body, and relationships. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like what goes up must come down. And then I saw something that really surprised me. Is your daily coffee run the key to a healthier heart and longevity? So this study says that consuming 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, of caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee, was the most beneficial for cardiovascular health maintenance and longevity. Coffee polyphenols may be responsible for the cardiovascular health and longevity promoting effects of coffee. A few decades ago, coffee consumption was discouraged for individuals with poor cardiovascular health, but recent observational studies have challenged this view and indicated that coffee may not only be harmless, but actually have beneficial actions for cardiovascular health. The studies above, this is a conclusion, suggest that coffee polyphenols are most likely responsible for the cardiometabolic and longevity benefits of coffee. Overall, the study indicates that, again, drinking 2 to 3 cups a day of coffee with or without caffeine may have beneficial effects on cardiovascular health and longevity. It says it contributes to healthy blood flow and metabolism. This is essential for maintaining healthy brain function and cognition. Interesting. But I do know that waiting that hour and a half after you wake up to let the adenosine clear out is important. And other than that, man, I thought just 1 cup of coffee a day was the way to go. But according to that study, that's why I bring it up. It was surprising to me, 2 to 3. So now I won't feel as bad about geeking out in the morning. I've been throwing some matcha in with my espresso, and it is, throw some raw milk in that joint, honey, agave nectar, MCT oil. It's a real delight. It tastes good. The matcha has apparently got L-theanine that kind of balances out the negative effects of the caffeine, and I've been really enjoying that. I've been on a bit of a kick. The matcha tastes pretty good too. Okay, next deal. On to the clips for the week. We got some, and we got some good ones, I think. We've got no shortage of them. Bro, that shit looks so fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's called like a talk box. Those things that he had it in his mouth, man. And I think you just sing into these joints, and it kind of gives you that. They really started using those a lot with the West Coast genre in the 90s. Snoop Dogg songs, you'll hear it on there. Maybe some Dr. Dre tunes. And I mean, God, it looks so fun. I wonder how much one of those is, because I'd have a lot of fun fooling around with that. Maybe we do a pod with one day, see how it comes out. You know what I'm saying? One of them talk boxes. I think that's what they're called. All right, next deal.
A beber, cabrones, el viernes.
It's fire. Wish I could do that. that ain't the most authentic Mexican thing you've seen all week. Let me tell you, boy. Me in a group chat every Friday. We do the shoot every Friday, sometimes on Saturday. Sweet, what's the Saturday? You know, so I like that a lot. Let's see what the next deal is, dude. We got some stupid ass clips this week. We got some dumb ass shit, and that's exactly what we do on this show. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Next deal.
Kevin the G, I'm edging, hike.
Edging.
Oh my God, dying. That's a touchdown.
I'm muting.
Oh, let's go.
I'm muting.
Ooh, Greedy, touchdown.
Busting it everywhere.
Dude, I want to know how the making of that clip came about, because that's got to be, you know, young dude's uncle, or doubt it's grandpa. If it is, that'd make it even cooler. But, you know, one thing I really like about hanging around my gym is you kind of get to know some like younger cats, you know, 18, 19-year-old. And I shouldn't. It's a big part of the humor with the younger guys is like talking about like edging, you know, and I'm not going to explicitly say what it is, but you know, if you rewind what you just watched, you might get an idea. And there's like this Sigma male movement kind of where, you know, young cats will just like not talk to chicks, or like, it's weird, man. The way the internet has kind of affected up and coming cats, it's like funny in a way, but yeah, there's a lot of lingo. Like, I didn't even think when I first saw it, I didn't even think about, you know, old uncle saying I'm muting. But then I thought about it. I was like, damn, when I'm online playing Madden and some kid's mic's on and he's like talking shit, you know, I don't know. I'm muting. It's like gamer humor, you know. I don't know. I never really was a gamer, but I really liked the humor, you know, the locker room talk and the Xbox Live parties. You know, it was all really funny to me, and for some reason, I kind of have always been able to understand it a little bit. But that one was good cinema, you know. I don't know. I think. I don't know. All right, next deal.
Let's see what's inside Gatorade. It starts with water, then sugar, then dextrose, which is essentially corn sugar, citric acid, salt, sodium citrate, monopotassium phosphate, modified food starch, natural flavor, glycerol ester of rosin, which acts as a stabilizer, red 40, and caramel color. When I was a kid, I used to pound so many of these. Now, I just add a pinch of high-quality salt to my water and sometimes a high-quality electrolyte.
I like how he added a solution at the end to not drinking those, because there's so many things that I feel like, I mean, I'm 27. There's so many things that I feel like as kids we were given to eat, and even as a kid, like even in college, you know, I think the way they made it was different, but like we'd Powerade everywhere, and it's just that all that stuff just then was processed and has negative effects on our body. Not to mention the amount of sugar that's in a regular Gatorade, and anything that is not of nature, you know, cane sugar, sure, natural sugar is great, but when you're drinking stuff that's highly processed like this, or when you're eating stuff that's highly processed, the body cannot accept it, and over time the body is going to rebel if you're giving it processed stuff like this, anything man-made, not from the earth. And, you know, staying away from it as much as possible. I'm not saying you're going to die if next time you're parched, driving down the road, you go to a gas station and grab a Gatorade. But I mean, damn, boy, it's just. I like the fact that the guy took the time to piece this video together, because it really does do a good job of illustrating exactly what you're putting in your body. You know what I mean? I'm going to let him out of here because he's getting antsy. He probably want to just go outside and damn chase birds or whatever bird dogs do. What's the next deal? Yeah, this is... not as political as you probably think I'm trying to be. I think this is just genuinely funny, and I'll just show the clip.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Well, how dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Be
Baby
professional.
girl, I don't think
we are gonna
so.
move.
Why don't you debate me?
The minority.
pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Move to strike
I'd like to strike those words as well.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
I guess this was recent. I think this came up on my Instagram feed, actually. And it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's a red-blooded conservative from Georgia, and then AOC, the former bartender. And the way she was just like, I feel like objectively, okay, if you listen to the tone of voice and the implied emotion in either of their speech, you can tell what side of the aisle which one's on. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just how I feel. Maybe that's from the horse's mouth, because this is in the jar, and this is your boy Dupe speaking to you. But this is why I don't really follow politics. I follow enough to stay on with what's going on in the market for myself and my clients. But outside of the big picture, 100,000 foot stuff, it's just theater. Okay? It's a production. And I think the minute we can grasp that will be the minute that the news stops being so infuriating. Let alone the fact that people don't trust the big news networks anymore. They just don't. They're going to go to Rogan before they go to Fox News or CNN. People get, information, that's the blessing of the time we live in, is that information is not hard to come by if you know what you're looking for. And there are people that will give you the truth these days. The creator economy it has the lowest barrier to entry in human history. We're living proof of that. You know what I mean? But it's just theater, and people that get wrapped up in it, I genuinely believe, need to find something else to get wrapped up in. Obviously, if you want to contribute to the collective good of our country, do everything you can. And if that means staying up on all of this, power to you. But at the end of the day, I feel like it hurts people's minds and souls more than it helps it to wrap yourself up in all of this. It's better, and I'm biased, right? But it's better to follow something like the NFL that is feel good. It's more connection oriented as opposed to, what's the word? It starts with a D. Splitting people apart. I can't think of the word. But that's my rant. Let's go to the next deal.
Even though I'm training a bunch of fucking nerds, Wall Street guys, no coordination, They're just not athletic people, man. They got me here with that. Look at this motherfucker right here on the back. Look at this motherfucker here on the back. Look at him. Look at the uppercut. Look at the uppercut. Look at the uppercut. Look uppercut like this. Hey, do your uppercut again. Do your uppercut again. Terrible. Like the worst thing in the world. Jesus. Double jab, right uppercut, left hook, right hand. Double jab, right uppercut, left hook, right hand. Do it. Go home. A lot of these cats, I wish they just forget the address to the gym. You know, everything is not for everybody. You don't see me going to motherfucking Wall Street, picking up a fucking briefcase trying to type, do you? Because that's not what the fuck I do. I beat the fuck out of people.
Hell yeah. This guy, I think this guy is the guy that actually posted this clip, the black guy. And I guess this clip went like super viral back in the day. He said it's been like 8, 10, 12 years since this clip was filmed. And I mean, that's funny, dude. Like, because those Wall Street guys, they're probably, you know, the Wall Street guys in that video, they're probably not used to getting their balls busted at all. You know, they probably do. I mean, those guys probably all do well and are respected in their careers. And then they come into the gym and this guy just like beats them down. It's probably good for him, you know, and he probably knows that. That's why he's just letting it fly on him. But, you know, it's interesting seeing people venture into different areas and kind of seeing how they respond to the adversity of kind of being a beginner again. That's what I like about training and other things that kind of dedicate your time to hobby wise. But these Wall Street guys, they think it'd be cool to come in, learn how to whoop some ass, and this guy's just breaking them down mentally, just making fun of his uppercut on camera in front of everybody else in the gym. It's good stuff. Good video. Here's the next deal. Okay, so I'm going to preface this. This is so as of the day of this shooting, you guys will see this probably like 10 days, 14 days after this. You notice there's not much time-sensitive material in this episode, but the Jaguars, all the NFL teams release their schedule. The NFL released the schedule for all the teams, and this is the Jaguars schedule release video, and it's a compilation of vines if they were the teams they were playing. It's a really cool concept. Here you go.
Do it for the vine.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the vine.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the vine.
Gonna do it.
Do it for the vine.
Country boy, I love you.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. I want to be a cowboy, baby.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Do I look?
I'm an eagle. You're not an eagle. You're an adult man. I'm an eagle.
Hi, I'm a dog.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ooh.
Photo.
Okay.
No.
Hi.
Okay.
Run.
It's on Bud.
It's gonna be me.
Hi, I'm Renata Bliss, and I'm your freestyle dance
one.
teacher.
Nice, man.
Nice, Ryan.
I sneezed.
A few minutes later, the bear was spotted behind this home in Moreland Hills. This recreation identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
That's cat. Longest fall ever. Pissed him off. I just thought that was a cool concept. These social teams, the Chargers social team is by far the best social media team in the whole NFL. And they must pay them a hell of a lot of money to do the work they do. They did their schedule release video like Sims themed. And I ain't into Sims, but, you know, I understand that aspect of the culture. They're definitely trying to find a female audience with that one a little bit. But they threw the Harrison Butker stuff in there. They had him like going into the oven or something. But the way these social teams in the NFL, they get real creative with these schedule releases. I feel like it's a big moment for the social media teams in the NFL when the schedule drops. All right, next deal.
Any card, pick a card, any card.
It's crucial. Cheap of them. Waffle House, dude. I miss Waffle House so much, but I just can't eat it anymore. It tears my stomach up too bad, and I won't go into any more detail than that. But a lot of core memories come from seeing a couple of cooks at the Waffle House getting a 3 a.m. scrap. And you're so damn intoxicated that you ain't even resisting it. You ain't even got nowhere to go. You just enjoying the moment. You watching a good scrap between two established ladies back there chefing up the eggs for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good core memories, and I wish I could still eat it because there's something about going in a Waffle House and just looking around, keeping your eyes up, keeping your ears open, and running your mouth when it's warranted with a friendly stranger, because there always seems to be friendly strangers over at the local Waffle House. Got one right here. Like I said, man, I just can't eat it anymore. My body rejects it. One of the last times I ate there, it was 4 minutes from where we're sitting. I go and eat. And let's just say it was a 4-minute trip. Like I said, back home, I had to stop at a gas station on the way back. So, I miss it. I guess you could throw Cracker Barrel in there. Cracker Barrel is a hidden gem that I don't think a lot of people not in the South are privy to. And again, I used to go to Cracker Barrel in high school when prices were low. You're a high school, college kid. You can't afford much, but you can afford to go down to the Cracker Barrel, get you a country boy breakfast for $9 and some change at gratuity. But those days, I'm afraid, for me, are out the window. Never say never. Find myself in a joint like that time or two here and there. All right, next deal.
It's just overall, it hit me this morning about 3:34 in the morning. Woke up, staring straight at the ceiling, and said to myself, "It's not just another day; it's today."
He's the best, and that's a hell of a mentality too. You don't know how many days you got. It's a fine line between, because I find myself, if I think too much into a statement like that, it's not just a day, it's today. Well, then you start feeling like you got, at least for me, I'm speaking from personal experience, you feel like you kind of got to get everything done that day, move a mountain in one day. But I think it is good to have that kind of sense of urgency and almost take it as a blessing. I get another one. I wake up, I get another day. I know sometimes I wake up with pain, or I wake up on a day where there's a lot of things that I don't want to do, that I need to do. And a lot of times those things that you don't want to do but need to do are exactly what are going to lead to a better life. And you're always happy as long as your mission's clear and you're not just moving around, running around for the sake of being busy. A lot of times when you got a day full of things, you're like, oh, I got to do this. This is going to be exhausting. Or, oh, my God, this is going to be so long. A lot of times, you're happy you did it. I feel that way about training all the time. It's like, shit, man, I'm sore. I could use a day off. I don't know if I'm mentally cut out to go in and not get hit by someone. And it's like, no, just go in. You'll be happy you did it. I'm going to feel it tomorrow when I go in for sparring. And it's not just a day. It's 2 day. Jim Harbaugh has got to be a hell of a guy to play for. I've said that 1,000 times at this point. Next deal.
Bro, I done got so mad, bro.
Damn.
Bro, I think I'm so sleepy. I'm thinking I'm putting cheese in my grits, bro. Boy, y'all, please tell me what the fuck this is, man. Why the fuck the carrots cut up like this? Who the fuck cut carrots? Damn. I got fucking carrots in my fucking grits, man. Fuck.
Carrots in my grits, man. He said it's cold. He probably realized the second he realized there's carrots on his grits was the second that he realized that shit wasn't melting in there. You know what I mean? He said it. He saw it wasn't melting. He said these grits is too hot for this cheese to not be melting. Oh man, that ain't cheese. There's some damn carrot in my grits. Yeah, I'm talking about. Let's see. We got 3 deals left on this episode of In the Jar. And I've been hearing about, well, I've seen some clips, but not to this extent. Something called Car Jitsu. A couple of my buddies have tried it. I've seen it on video. And it's exactly what you think it is.
All right, this match is underway. Immediately, Gurkey blocks the seatbelt escape of Chambers. Chambers looks to be out now. He's reversed his position, and now we have a dogfight. Gurkey's looking for a front choke here. Immediately transitions to the back. He's caught by Chambers. Chambers using his feet for leverage on the steering column and now on the dashboard. Gurkey's now got the back. He's looking for the rear naked choke. And now it looks like Chambers is going to dashboard walk into top position. Chambers with some really good chest pressure here, and now Gurkey and Chambers are outside of the passenger window. This is very dangerous. Our officials are watching them closely, and there goes the oh shit handle. James Gurkey still holding it in his hand. No need to keep that. He's going to discard that at some point. Okay, there it goes. And now we have a game of cat and mouse. Here's another choke attempt from...
Yeah, so I feel like you got to be really sore after a match like that because there's so many more points of impact being in such a small space that like his like the back of his head was like pressed up against the roof of the car, pushing his neck down real hard while that other guy's obviously trying to apply pressure to him. So I feel like it's got to make you real sore because I know in an open gym after a jiu-jitsu class, I'm pretty sore. And that's without all the extra points of contact. And then the other thing I noted from Car Jitsu is it seems like positions like having your back taken are not at, like you're not as done for with your back taken in a car as you are out on an open mat. It's a lot. It seems a lot like being up against a cage. Like you see guys grappling in the UFC. One thing that my coach Tim and Drakkar and Courtney Casey tell us is when you're up against a cage, you've got and you're in a bad spot. You've got a lot more to work with because you have these points of contact again, like I was talking about, that you can kind of use to your advantage to hold weight and kind of work your way up better. Because you saw how that guy in a white shirt in this Car Jitsu match had his back, and then he just planted his feet on the windshield and swiveled his way back into a decent position. And then he actually ended up with, when they were getting out the window, he ended up with his arm locked up a little bit. But yeah, it looks like a hella uncomfortable sport. I'd probably be sore for like 3 days after one of those matches, dude, for real. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Next deal.
Oh, hell no. Paul, come get them. Yeah, they're fishing down by the pond. Okay, yeah. Hey, there's a guy here. He says you're a little fat fuck that's taking advantage of him letting you use his pond once. What's the fucking deal, buddy?
This is our uncle's house.
Oh, this is our uncle's house. I don't give a fuck. Okay, you got a fucking Barbie rod too? Is this yours? Oh. If y'all are gonna stay here, I'll be fucking back, okay? You'll wish you fucking left. What the fuck, dude? All right, boys, no, let's catch some fucking fish, right? Yeah, let's do it. Y'all wanna be here all day or what? Fuck you.
This guy I've been seeing on my timeline for a long time. He does a great job. I think he does stand up too, but I've been seeing him on my timeline for a long time. Surprised we've never done one of his clips on the show, but he's a Southern guy. I know that. I forget his damn username. Shout him out. What is it? Oh, Elliot Hayes. He's good, man. He does good skits. He keeps them coming, and he does a really good job of imitating like a grumpy Southern dad. You know, he's got the pillow in his damn belly. He does a lot of skits out on the golf course too. Like he'll do skits of like a guy that gets hella mad if you hit into him or something. And he's always like falling mid rage or like getting hurt. You saw it with the hook. It's just ham, dude. And it's, you know, I know a lot of guys that look and talk just like this. So that might be part of why it's so funny to me. But no, Elliot Hayes, he does a hell of a job. Be a great fella to have on In the Jar one day. Just rip stories about nonsense. All right, here's the last clip of the day. I've been trying to figure out my golf game a little bit, and this fella has a unique way of putting things. And he seems real fixated on golf swings, but not in the way you'd think.
Marooch, we're all swinging it here, and then we're over the top. No, 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 no! What is the genesis of this, Marooch? If we swing it out here, as if we were gonna throw a rock, well, then we're up here. And where's the weight going? This way! This way! I can't come over the top, even if I tried! Whip it back! Now we're moving this way, allowing us to access the Holy Grail position! This is the Holy Grail of modern power golf! And you attained it 20 years ago, Marooch, when you were skimming stones! Skim the stone, Maroochie! Maroochie on the toes! Whip her back! Zero gravity, Marooch! Skim the stone!
I think there's actually some type of golf insight to be taken from that clip. And I think he's saying, like, you got to think about swinging an iron like you're throwing, skipping a damn rock. You know what I mean? The way his delivery, so many people online, they develop a character. I want to know what that guy's like in real life, because he probably, it's weird, man, the way the human mind works. When you see a clip like that and you understand, you know, it's a paradigm shift, because you're not used to seeing a crazy ass homeless looking guy swinging a stick around giving you golf tips. But when the point of it is there, it don't matter how it's conveyed. It can actually, I feel like this helped me understand the iron swing a bit better. And it's literally a crazy guy just throwing a stick around, screaming, "No, no, no, no!" But anyway, Jasper just whipped his head around thinking I was talking to him. My dog's got to eat. This has been In the Jar, episode 20. We've been doing this 20 episodes. It's going to be a blink of an eye before we've done 20 more, and then 20 more after that. We're showing up week in, week out. We going to be here. But if you want to hop along for the ride, click that subscribe button. Follow me wherever you want to follow me. And leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. I know we had some white noise last couple of weeks. Hopefully we got that fixed. But this is your boy Dupe. This has been episode 20. In the jar. Where Friendly Face ain't far. We'll see you.